As women, we need to do better now. It's not funny anymore. I really thought people were joking and people were just being silly, but now I'm realizing people are actually being serious. So I have to speak on it. The way we advise each other has to come from a place of wisdom, intelligence. It can't just be off of emotions, and temporary ones at that. I've been in conversations with women advising each other on certain situations, and it's a complete mess. The things that they're sharing with each other is nonsense, pure nonsense. And they know it is, but you're doing everything to give your friend a quick fix. While that is necessary sometimes, it can be detrimental in the long run. We need to start being more honest with each other. Let's start there.
What do you bring to the table? When I hear a man ask women that question, it already tells me about that man everything I need to know. So let me just clarify something here. Women sacrifice so much in relationships, giving birth, raising children, putting dreams on hold, carrying the emotional weight, holding the home together while still showing up with love. Women pour from empty cups day after day. So here's the question nobody likes to ask out loud. What can a man sacrifice for a woman?
See, this is what I call twisting the meaning, changing the whole point of the discussion to paint men in a bad light. When guys ask, what do you bring to the table, they're not asking women who are good partners. They're not talking about the women who raise kids, build a home, support their men, and make sacrifices. Those women clearly bring a lot to the table, and most men respect them deeply. But let's be honest, that's not the majority. Most women today who are in their relationships aren't giving birth, raising multiple kids, or putting their careers on hold. Maybe in a marriage, more women do. But even then, we are living in a time with the lowest birth rates in modern history. So let's stop pretending that every woman is out there sacrificing everything for love and family. And even in the scenario she described, let's say a woman is raising kids and supporting her family. Great! But what about the man? He's probably working 10-12 hours a day, taking care of financial responsibilities, protecting the family, fixing things, solving problems, and still being expected to stay strong through it all. He sacrifices sleep, time, peace of mind, and years of his life to provide for his family. But somehow, that's invisible? And that's the manipulation right here. Framing it as if only women give and men just take. When in reality, in most healthy relationships, both sides give a lot. The truth is, when men ask, what do you bring to the table, they're talking about the women who don't contribute anything. The ones who expect everything to be handed to them just for existing. The ones who think that showing up is enough. If you are a woman who actually puts effort, builds with her man, shows empathy, and brings peace, few men would question your value. But if all you offer is attitude and expectations, don't be surprised when someone asks, what do you bring to the table?
Oh, believe me, we know. Men don't chase anything anymore. Men don't even chase money anymore. Only thing men chasing in 2025 is liquor because they're bitches.
Or it could be entirely possible that they're not interested in women and their silly attitudes and silly expectations. But of course, that would be too much like right.
I just got home from a bar and I tried to give this guy my number and I got rejected. Let me give you the context. I go to this bar probably like 3 to 4 times a week. It's by my job. I know the staff at this bar. They know us. They know my friend group. I have been served by this man before, okay? And I would say for the last like few weeks, I've like noticed him. And I was like, this guy's actually kind of cute. The way that I noticed him is because I would always order this spritz. And I ordered the spritz and he made this like snide, sarcastic comment about like, so hard to make these spritz. And I was like, huh. But he was being like flirty and silly and coy. And I was like, oh, he's kind of cute. And then from that point forward, we would like have these little interactions when I would go to pay. And I noticed that the last time he checked me out, when I bought a round, the round should have been like $50 and it was only like $15. And I was like, oh, he gave me a bunch of free drinks. Okay, so let's talk about tonight. I get there tonight, I see him. I go wait in line. I go, can I get a glass of the light orange? And he's like, oh, light orange? I go, yeah, somebody like shamed me for getting the spritz. And he's like, oh, and who did that? And I said, I don't know, you tell me. And he laughs. And then we talk about the spritz. I'm like, yeah, I had just gone back from Europe. Like, whatever, we're making conversation. I order a round of drinks for me and all my friends. And the check should have been like $50. Rotates the iPad towards me and it's only like $19. I'm like, okay, he gave me free drinks again. So I give him a tip, I put it back, and then I go back to my table. I'm like, guys, he definitely gave me free drinks. They're like, okay, just give him your number, Jez. You've been talking about this guy, just give him your freaking number. I'm like, oh my god, okay. So I'm sitting there and I'm trying to decide whether or not I'm going to give this guy my number. Then another guy, let's just name him Owner. Owner walks up to us. He also works at the bar and he knows us because we're always there. He goes, hey guys, what are you doing tonight? We make conversation and I'm like, hey, I'm just going to be so honest with you. Sorry, my hair is like so crazy. I'm just going to be so honest with you. I think let's name cutie bartender Michael. I think Michael is so cute and I want to give him my number. And Owner laughs and he goes, oh, you should totally do that. I'm like, wait, but does Michael have a girlfriend? And he goes, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, wait, what do you mean? And he's like, I've definitely seen him holding hands with the girl. It was like kind of a while ago and I just don't really know. And I'm like, okay, then I'm not gonna give him my number. And he's like, no, you should at least ask him. Like, I'm really not sure if he has a girlfriend or who this girl is. Oh, and when I was in line getting the round, I'm like, hey, what's your name, by the way? Like, I always talk to you, I've never known your name. And he tells me his name. Again, we're pretending his name is Michael. He goes, oh, my name is Michael. I go, oh, my name is Jezebel. Nice to meet you. Okay, so then after Owner encourages me to give me his number, I write it down on a piece of paper and I'm like waiting for him to be free, but he's not free. He's like so busy. Owner was there, not because he was working. Owner was off and was just like getting drinks at the bar. It's Michael who's working at the bar. Then it's Owner and another person. Owner and the other person are just like at the bar getting drinks like patrons of the bar, and then Michael is working. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. So I go right up to where Owner and the other guy is, and I stand right there, and Owner looks at me and like, look, I'm doing it. And I was like, hell yeah, do it. And the other guy is like confused. I'm like, I'm gonna try to give Michael my number. And the other guy's like, oh, damn, okay. And then Michael walks up to us, and I'm like, hey, can I ask you a question? And he's like, yeah, what's up? And I'm like, are you single? And he literally pregnant pauses. He goes, no. I'm like, oh, okay. I thought you were cute, so I wanted to give you my number. He goes, oh, puts his hands on his chest like that. He goes, oh. And I'm like, that's fine. And he goes, ah. And then I run away. So I didn't give him my number. I ran into my neighbor, was getting home, and I told her my story, and she gave me a bowl of spaghetti to make me feel better. So I'm gonna eat my bowl of spaghetti. And I'm gonna be proud of myself for at least trying. And my friend was like, just give your number to another one of the bartenders and they'll give it to him. And I said no, because we come here literally 3 to 4 times a week. I need to be able to give it to him and get rejected by him to ever show my face back here again. I'm happy I did it, and I'm bummed that he has a girlfriend. His reaction was sweet. Nice guy, nice boy. This was a good exercise. You have nothing to lose. Try it.
Maybe it's just me, but I feel like he was just being a bartender. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like maybe you just read the situation wrong. Like, he was just being a bartender. He was, you come there multiple times, so you know he's going to get money out of you. Why even push it? I don't know. Maybe that's just my opinion. I think it does speak to how women tell men that they can't read signs and, you know, flirting and stuff like that. But then you see this, and apparently, in my opinion, from the way you're acting, you can't either. Maybe you thought he was so cute that you had a little bit of delusion going on and couldn't really read that he was just being a normal bartender and he thought he wanted you.
I was looking at the comments in this post, and there was a lot of comments making light of it, like joking around, like, ooh, men are in their flop era. Like, no, like, when I read this, I had a pit in my stomach. This goes beyond like men are in their flop era. We are living through a paradigm shift in society. And when ChatGPT rolls out corn by the end of the year, I think that dating and society will be unrecognizable in a year from now, because there's already so many people who are having full-blown relationships with AI and who are not developing social skills and dating skills and respect for other human beings in the outside real world. Once AI is able to service that aspect of life, relationship, whatever you want to call it, there is going to be no reason for these men who are having full-blown relationships with AI to ever stray from them. And that's really scary.
British Vogue just came out with a new article that says that being single is a new luxury and having a boyfriend is embarrassing. And as much as like that little girl part of me that was like, fuck yeah, I've been single for so long, finally my time to shine, I just can't help but feel how damaging something like this is to the world. Because honestly, whenever I see people in healthy couples that are really happy and really thriving, I think they're the luckiest people in the world. Because love is rare. Like, if anything being single has taught me, that love and being with the right person for you is so rare, and something that I think we should celebrate, single or not. In ways, like, it's true, being single is a luxury, because, you know, supporting myself solely for like the last 10 years has been a lot, and I feel kind of like a boss that I've been able to do that. Although I don't see it as more of a win than somebody that's been in a long-term relationship. And this comes down to the conversation that I have a lot on here, which is the effect of words that we have on society and young people, and like how we're actually shaping the future generations. Because when you get to your deathbed, you're not going to remember your career. You're not going to be lying on your deathbed going like, I'm so glad I did that project. I'm so glad I made that many sales. You're going to think about the people that mean the most to you. You're going to think of the connections that you have in your life. And no amount of money in the world, no amount of success in the world is going to fulfill you like that. So it's weird that we've taken it as, it's like we can't celebrate both. We have to tear one down. Like, now having a boyfriend has to be embarrassing.
Oh, I can't make this shit up. I can't make this fucking shit up. These fucking men. Okay, I'm good now. So I was meant to have a date. I'm meant to be going on a date on Saturday. And I was low-key, like, excited. You know, he seemed right, very different to what I usually go for, which I thought maybe I should go for someone different. He was like all week, oh, I've got so many good places I want to take you. I'm just trying to narrow it down. I was like, okay, cool. Out of all the places he could go, Melbourne. So I had to pause because even my friends like, what the fuck? He decided to choose to go to Asian Beer Cafe. I can't even make this shit up anymore. If you don't know what Asian Beer Cafe is and you're not from Melbourne or Australia or Victoria, Asian Beer Cafe is in a shopping mall, Melbourne Central. Yeah, it's in a shopping mall. And it's also like a place where you go get like really cheap drinks that are like super sugary. And it's like where you go when you're underage and you're about 20 trying to just get a dirty man. It's like you don't take someone there. Like, I'm telling you, this place is like low-key like a nightclub. It turns into like a nightclub. Like, that's where I used to go when I was 20 to make bad decisions and bring bad decisions home into my bed and then crash out. He wants to go there on a date, and he couldn't understand why I was just like, you want to go there? And he's like, yeah, I haven't been there in yonks. Yonks, guys. He hasn't been there in yonks. He also told me to eat before I came on the date. Like, what does that mean? He doesn't want to pay for my meal? Like, what the fuck is that? And then he's like, and then we can go play some arcade games. Oh, and then he wanted to talk about Bicentennial Man movie. You know, the one with Robbie Williams? I think he's a fucking robot. Or whatever. I just can't catch a break. I can't catch a break with these fucking men. I don't want to go to a fucking nightclub at a shopping mall on a first date. I'm white trash, but not that white trash.
I don't think y'all really realize what type of vibes y'all are giving off. I think with the way that y'all think about yourselves in your heads, especially when y'all put on makeup, y'all think y'all are putting out a certain vibe. But to the rest of the world, those who are not delusional, you are actually giving a certain vibe, and it might be nightclub.
I went on a date and it led me to feel both unked and chopped for about a week, and then I recovered. I honestly thought we had a really good time. We met out at an initial bar and we really hit it off, which I thought was so much fun because who's doing that anymore? In a land of Hinge and Raya, meeting someone in real life is scrum-dilly-yum. Bar with my friends, and there was this group of guys there that we ended up calling over. They were all super cute, such a vibe, fun to talk to. And by the end of it, we got each other's numbers. He asked me out for that week, and we met at such a cute little bar. I was about 10 minutes late. I gave him fair warning, but there was a cute little screen printing artist outside the venue of where we were, and he ended up getting a poster. This is relevant. We sit down, the bartender's awesome. She's giving us a lot of attention, and we're very much enjoying just each other's company. We're talking about where we grew up, our families, what we like to do. This overlap, all right? There felt like there was chemistry. And I don't think it was one-sided. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It could have been. Maybe he's a really good actor. But I felt like there was an energy happening. At the very end of the day, I suggested, I was a little bit bold. I was like, we should sign the back of your poster. Best case scenario, we show it to our future kids. Worst case scenario, no one ever sees the back. He's like, I love that idea. He calls over the waitress. We get a pen. We sign it. We say, this is our little first date here. We sign our little names and we put a little heart by it. I was like, this is so rom-com and cute. Like, I'm dying. This is so adorable. He's like, should we seal this with a kiss? I'm like, absolutely. Mwah. At this point, we're kind of finalizing our date. We've been there for a few hours. We've been having a time. And we're walking out. I ask him, I say, hey, listen, should we go make out in that alley right now? Everyone wants to make out in an alley, and sometimes you gotta be a little bold and ask. He responds to me saying, abso-frickin-lutely. So we go into the alley, we make out for 20 minutes. Oof, it was an amazing kiss. It was passionate, it was fun. Honestly, it was just fun to be in an alley making out. I mean, like, this feels like so 1990s. Afterwards, he's like, what does the rest of the night look like? I'm like, beats me. What does the rest of the night look like? Listen, I'm leaving the country in 3 days. I had an agenda. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say I had no agenda here. He's like, we could go back to my place. And I'm like, oh, we could do that. Yeah, meanwhile, I basically was already planning for that the entire time. We go back to his place. We make out. We end up doing the deed. And I'm being generous when I say, hold my hand as I tell you, maybe 2 minutes. Hey, first time nerves. Listen, happens. I'm not gonna judge. I'm actually kind of flattered. Afterwards, he's like, when do you leave again? I'm like, I literally leave in like a week. He's like, okay, I really want to see you again. I'm like, amazing. I'm free this weekend on Sunday. He's like, I'll text you. We'll make it happen. Never got the text. So then I couldn't help but be like, what the actual hell? Like, I thought we had fun. I thought that we were kikiing. I thought we were vibing. And for a second, my ego was like, what the actual helly? But I knew, like, obviously I'm leaving, that there's no reason for him to really text me. We knew what this was. But the ego, that goddamn ego, it really will get you every single time, because you're just like, I thought we had so much fun. What would that, what? So I had to look very hard in the mirror and go, what are we missing out on? Girl, another 2 minutes? A total of 4 minutes? Like, you're fine. Okay. So I just had a moment of being like, I'm old and unk and fucking not a vibe, I guess, because some fucking 25-year-old didn't respond to me or didn't text me, I guess. But really, that has nothing to do with me. I kind of came to the conclusion that you're either gay, evil, or were embarrassed that you only lasted 2 minutes. There is a slight chance it was me, but, you know, I like to live in the, it probably wasn't. That has nothing to do with me.
Did you wanna, like, do you think you're ready to order now?
I'm fine. I already ate at home.
I thought this was a dinner date.
Having a date?
We're like at a restaurant and everything.
I know, but I already ate, so I'm good.
You ate before our dinner date?
Yeah, like, just trying to save money.
I don't know if I just wanna like order food by myself though.
No, I give you permission, but you can order food by yourself. Not a fatty or anything, I know.
I don't know if that's like really the vibe today. Like, I might honestly head home.
Is this seat taken?
No.
No?
Okay. Sit down. Yeah.
Cool. Sorry, I'm like super phlegmy. See, I split the G. Yeah, I split the G. You think that's hot? Like, not an alcoholic, I swear. But like, I split the G every time. You seem like an attractive girl. Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from Wisconsin.
Oh, really? Like the West?
Well,
out just in Montana in the Midwest. Like, love it over there.
Okay.
Love the Midwest.
Montana's not that close, but cool.
You're wrong. How old are you?
I'm 21.
Oh. I totally usually date like a little younger than that, but like that's fine.
How old are you?
28.
Living.
Actually, well, I'm going to be in finance. I'm currently living with the folks in Long Island. Making enough money, you know.
How much did you make at your last job?
Oh, like $1,100 a month.
$1,100 a month?
Yeah. Be honest, like I put so much effort into talking to you for the past 15 minutes. Like, what's the probability we're going home together?
Oh, I'm not interested in you.
What?
And the guys who you're actually interested in will be sitting there looking at that guy from across the bar, laughing at him, saying, this man, he's got all the confidence and the courage in the world. Kudos to him. They'll sip their drink, pay the tab, and go home. This is how the men that you want act. They've checked out of the dating market while they sit here and allow Chad and Tyrone and all the other boys to make fools of themselves because they don't care anymore. Maybe at some point in time, they'll decide a woman is worth it to approach. But for some of these guys, it's just pure entertainment at this point.
Story time on how I found out that my ex-boyfriend was cheating on me. This was back in May of 2018. So me and my ex-boyfriend got together at that time, May 2018, and we were together for 3 months. So August 2018, we went on our first vacation. Okay, so before we left on this vacation, he had received a call from somebody, from his friend. His name was Jose. I was like, who's this? They're like, oh, he's my friend. Mind you, this person only had a handful of friends. So I was like, no, I don't think that's your friend. Like, who is it? Like, no, it's my friend. And we had only been dating for 3 months. And I don't even think I said, I don't think that's your friend. I just said, oh, okay. I left it alone. Never thought about it again. I swear I never thought about it again. We went on a vacation. We came back. And I had a dream that he had cheated on me with his ex. I didn't say. Hold on. I didn't say nothing, so I just let it go. Then the next day, I had another one. And I was like, okay, like, you know what? I might just tell him. And I told him, and he goes, girl, you're crazy, this and that, la, la, la. So at this point, I'm thinking I'm crazy. I'm not, all right, I'm crazy, whatever. So I have one more, and I'm like, bro, I'm not crazy. So I wake up, I look at my phone, and his ex-girlfriend had requested to follow me on Instagram. Oh, wait, I missed a part. We were at his house one day, and we were at his house, and his mom was, her room was across the room, and he was like, Mom, they were talking about it. I think I was talking about it, and he goes, tell my mom the kind of dream that you had. And I tell her, and she goes, Mija, I don't know, like, I think you should think about this, in front of him. It means something. It doesn't necessarily mean that he's cheating on you, but you should think about, like, what you just dreamed about. And now he's upset at his mom because she's done that. But she's a girl's girl, so she's gonna tell me the truth. So whenever the next day, maybe like a week later, the ex-girlfriend, I wake up, I had that dream. I wake up and the girlfriend had requested to follow me on Instagram, the ex-girlfriend. And I was like, fuck no, like, I'm not gonna accept that bitch. So then I deny it. And then she requests me on Twitter. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not adding you on Twitter. So I decline it again. Then she adds me on Snapchat. And I'm like, bruh, like, what does this girl want? She clearly doesn't want to be my friend. We're not friends. So, like, what? So I end up telling her, like, girl, what do you want? And she goes, your man is not who he says he is. I was like, okay. Well, clearly, like, you're not telling me because you're my friend and you want to help me out. You're telling me because you did something. So I was like, so what? What is it? What did y'all do? She goes, well, we slept together before y'all left to South Padre Island. So you're telling me, bitch, you knew where the fuck we were going to? I was so mad. I was so mad. And not even at that. I was at the mall when I got that message. So I was at the mall with my little sister, and I had to, like, run out of the mall because I was in tears. I was so fucking mad. I was like, damn, like, he basically just laughed in my face. I explained to him,
multiple times that I had this dream, and basically it was like I was crazy, but I wasn't. So I go to my car, I call him, I'm like, hey, like, I'm gonna be on my way to your house, can you meet me outside? And he goes, yeah, why? And I'm like, I'm just gonna go, I need to talk to you about something. I hang up the phone, he calls me back, and he's like, are you okay? And I said no, and I hung up the phone. I get there, I don't say nothing, I just grab the phone and I hand it to him, and he was, you could just imagine how that man was, that she's crazy. And mind you, I always told him that this girl's the devil, and I don't give a damn. And if she were to say she's a damn devil, because I have more stories, because I started dating this boy years ago first, then they got together, whatever, then I got my own boyfriend, and then my ex-boyfriend ended up breaking up with her, and then she found out the guy that I was dating, and then she went to go date him and then got pregnant by him. So honestly, that's for another story. But moral of the story, the reason why I'm telling the story is that if you're having dreams about something and it's over and over and over and you have no reason to dream them, it's because of something. So your intuition is always right. That was my intuition. So that's it. I'm enjoying my golden chick, and let me know if y'all like this story time. And it was real.
I mean, the other part of the intuition could be, it sounds like a very messy situation. I mean, at least what I heard there at the end. So kind of avoid that. For all of the things that modern women say that they're just going to avoid, like when they say, like, say, for instance, a man would say, well, this might be the only time that I see you, so I wanted to approach because I never know if I'll get the chance. Oh, well, you're just going to have to miss this chance. You need to go ahead and leave women alone. Don't approach women, never, ever, anywhere. Well, it sounds like y'all should start taking your own advice and understand that there's some situations y'all should leave yourselves out of. Maybe this one would be for you.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but it's okay to hurt a man's feelings. Yeah, it's okay to make a man cry. It's okay if he feels inferior to you. His fault. He should work harder. It's okay if they don't feel accepted in a space that you created. It's fine. They'll be okay. There's plenty of other spaces for men. It's fine. In fact, I think you should take all that energy, double it, and give it to the next man. He may not have made you cry specifically, but he made another woman cry over some bullshit, and fuck him. I don't give a damn. I'm sick of it. There's no reason why women need to coddle and take care of men's egos. And also, babe, you don't have to smile more. You don't. I don't give a damn if a man walks up to you randomly on the street and tells you you're the most beautiful person he's ever laid his eyes on, and he would eat the ground that you walked on and drink your fucking bathwater. You don't owe that man shit. Fuck him. Tell him his mama. The fuck? You don't have to accept that compliment. You don't have to reciprocate the compliment. Fuck them. Fuck them. Be meaner. Be meaner.
Got this complaint from a lot of women actually that men don't really make real approaches anymore. If they do, it's like some bullshit, like they're gonna catcall or whatever. I do blame the internet as a part of it, but also
I think it's safer for dating apps and Instagram because I just send a DM or send a text, don't respond, okay, cool, no pressure, no actual rejection, is whatever.
All women are 304s. Nope. There is no such thing as traditional women anymore. Wrong. Women simply aren't worth it. What does that even mean? I am so tired of all of this negativity. Are you going to insist that masculinity is about growth, suffering, and overcoming difficult things, and then just not date because it's hard? Are some of you really so pessimistic and self-hating that you will just resign yourself to never feeling love and affection? Are you really going to sit here and insist that you have all of the answers to dating, and then just refuse to pass those answers on to a woman who is ready and willing to please you? Tell me, what battle are you even fighting? You insist there's a problem, but you aren't trying to actually solve it? What is the point of all of this other than to just kick and scream? There are a lot of great women out there looking for men with your values. Go meet them, be strong in your convictions, and enjoy the life that you can create with them. Because the negativity has got to stop.
There was a study done in the 90s, and what they found out, I think, still holds true today. So what they did is they took a group of men and they took a group of women and they categorized these men. So it was like high status, t-shirt, McDonald's. Same thing with the women. High status, t-shirt, McDonald's. And then they asked, you know, the men, okay, would you go to coffee with this person, go on a date, marry? And in all three categories, the guy didn't care. He's like, yes, yeah, sure, whatever. With women, it was a whole different story. Women went to the high status man for the majority of them. So that was for coffee, date, marriage. My takeaway on this is just goes along with the trends I've been seeing. So we are in this Kardashian culture and have been for, 10 years. I don't know how long they've been on. But this idea of perfection has just been kind of unseen before. I mean, before we had magazines, we knew they were kind of airbrushed, but what we see now, women are doing eyebrows, microblading, dermaplaning, eyelash extensions, hair extensions, lip fillers, cheek fillers, breast implants, butt implants, fat transfer, taking ribs out. I mean, literally women are taking their ribs out. So I think just the pressure and the unattainable like beauty that they put on themselves, they're also putting that sort of unattainable image and desire on a guy as well. And that's why these guys are backing out, because guys know, like, that's crazy. Like, we can't do all that. Like, some can. I mean, it's the small minority can do that. But for the majority of men, they're not going to be able to get to your high standards that you not only put on yourself, but you're putting on these men too. And I don't even know if women are aware that they're doing that. And if you think about it, it's really a beautiful thing that men will just kind of take you as you are. Like, they don't need you to be high status, or they don't care where you work. If you work at McDonald's or you're making six figures and some executive of a company. But look at what we're doing to men. We want them to just be everything. It's unattainable. They're getting out of the market, and rightfully so. So I even asked my brother about this. I said, hey, is this true? Like, men don't care? He's like, 1,000%. Men could give two shits. And I was like,
And to answer the lady's question before this is why men are not dating you guys. This is why men are backing out of that type of stuff. Because y'all put these types of stuff, well, there's plenty of good women. I don't want to deal with this nonsense. Well, we did this, we did that, we did this, we did that. The least that you can do is go get, I think one was like, the least that you can go do is get like some sort of hair transplant or something like that. It was something similar to that. The least you can do is take some pills to regrow your hair or whatever and whatnot. Newsflash. Nobody told you to go out there and get your chest done, to go out there and get all types of cosmetic surgery, plastic surgery. Nobody told you to do that. As a matter of fact, men told you to do the opposite. Period. End of story. Well, how come y'all go out there and y'all like these women, these Instagram models? I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying I told you not to do that. If you go out and do this, I am not going to marry you. I'm not going to be with you. That's as clear and as plain as it can be made. But you went out there and did it anyway. And now you're mad at a man because he won't approach. Why don't y'all find a girl to start a family with? Because the women that we told not to do something, they went out and did that exact same thing. So then I know they're not such great women. Now I know they don't know how to follow directions and cooperate. So when basically there's something that needs to be done, I'm like, hey, we need to do this. And I leave her to go do it. She's not going to go do it. She's going to do what she wants to do. What does that mean? When I give her money to pay the rent, she might go out there and take that money and then pay something else. And we're freaking screwed for the month. Now I'm trying to, hopefully I have family. I'm trying to ask them, God forbid my parents be retirement age and they're only getting Social Security. God forbid. Because then we're stuck. Now I got to be embarrassed and ask friend, oh, well, maybe you can work some more hours. And it would be the woman that did that asking the man, well, maybe you could have not done what you did. You knew that rent money was there. Oh man, you're just making, no, I'm thinking of a couple of situations actually right now where for months on end, she did not pay the mortgage, did not pay it, knew she had to pay it, would not pay it. But I guess y'all are going to say that's a great woman. Oh, she's fantastic. Because they did actually say that that was a great woman. And it came out months later that that woman was actually trash. When you came back and asked him, hey, why did y'all say that? Oh, I don't know why we said that. I don't know. She wasn't doing this. She wasn't doing that. Yeah, she was actually in bad standing with us. The great people that you're talking about. The great people. And you wonder why men are backing out of dating.
That's going to be a topic.
So am I like the only woman that no longer gets approached by men? No, because I had to actually sit and think about this, and I had to ask myself, when is the last time a man came up to me and wanted to get to know me or exchange numbers? And it's been a long time.
Well, I got news for you. It's going to be even longer because y'all are full of it. That's it. No YouTube talking points, no elaborate explanations, because at this point, y'all ain't listening. Dudes keep telling y'all what the problem is, but you just keep powering through it. You just keep saying it's not you, it's the men, so just keep doing that. You'll see how that works out for you.
Men are not cold approaching women anymore. And the more I think about cold approaching, the more it just doesn't make sense and the more stupid it sounds, right? When you're cold approaching, you're in the lower position starting off. So the percentage level of you being successful is very slim, and slim just die. Attractive guys don't have to cold approach. Guys with money don't have to cold approach. They have leverage in some way, either their looks or their finances, social status, combination of all three, right? This is why they don't have to cold approach, right? In today's society, cold approach is dying because you got to understand women only want the top 20 to 30% of a guy, right? In general. So if they start cold approaching in general, they're only going to be cold approaching those kind of guys.
Then I saw this video about this, about how guys are like maybe shy or scared to ask girls out now. I don't know why they're not going up to a woman. Like, what's holding them back from that?
Because of feminism and Me Too and all that shit. And because women will put men on blast who like maybe awkwardly approach them.
Yeah.
And like also those gym TikTok videos where girls like work out in the gym and then there's like a guy who like glances at them for like 1 second and they blast them. That's what guys are scared of. And these guys aren't even doing anything wrong. Sometimes they're not even looking in their direction. But like, so there's like this where like people are terrified.
Or even look in your direction. But not only that, so many women have taught men over the years that all men are predatorial. So the good men of the world gave up. And it's so funny because women will constantly say that men don't listen, but now that men are listening, y'all are wondering where the good guys are at, why they don't approach you anymore, and why men are just simply not interested. And why the hell would they be interested? They don't know if they're going to be the next subject of all men are trash content on social media. They don't know if they're going to be accused of doing something they didn't do.
I was having a conversation with one of my girlfriends the other day. And she was telling me how she has a male friend who she's interested in romantically. And I said, have you said anything to him? And she was like, no. And I said, why not? And she said, well, he should get my hints. And I said, hints? What hints? She's like, I mean, the way I act around him and you know, all this stuff. And I was like, the way you act around him? Like, what do you mean? And she's like, you know, he should see that I like him. And I was just like, so why don't you just tell him that you like him? And she's like, well, I don't do that. I don't chase men. And I was like, like chasing men and letting a man know that you're interested in him are two different things. Chasing a man is once he knows that you like him and he's still not giving you any type of time of day or whatever. He kind of has you just kind of lingering over here. Letting a man know, and I don't necessarily mean like, hey, I like you, but giving him some subtle hints at least to let him know that you like him is two totally different things.
All right, listen, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. You won, ladies. I'm done dating. I can't do it. The dating world's so bad. I can't. Do I got food pantry stamped on my forehead? Somebody answer me that question, because the amount of food and mouths I fed going out on dates, that's how I feel. I could give hams to the homeless this year for Christmas with the amount of mouths that I fed going on first. I could be driving a Ferrari. I could be driving a Ferrari right now with the amount of money I spent on first dates. I can't take it anymore. And listen, I get it.
This is exactly why a lot of men are just done with dating. They're frustrated because they're doing what they think they're supposed to be doing. They are putting a lot of time and effort and money into the first date. But when ladies don't appreciate that and they go into those first dates with very low energy and very little reciprocation, the date is not going to go well. And that just leads to a lot of these failed first dates. But for women, they will just keep going on these first dates because they're not really putting anything into it. It's different for men, which is why men are becoming more and more careful about who they're asking out on that first date and what that first date looks like. He might rather suggest a coffee date or a long walk. And I think that those are good solutions for men. But the problem is that a lot of women still have not adjusted to it. They think that if a man doesn't spend a ton of money on her on the first date, that he either doesn't have it or doesn't like her very much. Not true, ladies. He's probably just a good man that's tired of feeling used.
If I do 10 jumping jacks, can I get your number?
Oh my god. Wow. I'm okay, thank you.
You're okay? Why?
Stop it. Get some help.
Please. Love, how you doing? Hi, girls. For the girls. You signed up for the girls?
For the girls.
What do you rate me out of 10?
I got a girl.
Is she here?
No, she's not.
Will she care?
I might be able to. 2.2.
Are you saying that because you have a girlfriend?
No.
Really think I'm a 2.2?
Yeah. Hold on. You flat like an ironing board. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I'm just gonna take it as he has a girlfriend.
And this is what modern women do. They decide what they want to hear and what they're willing to accept. Even though a man told them, this is exactly what I think. Well, I'm going to choose to think that it's something else.
Can I get you a drink?
Yeah, you can get me 2 drinks.
2 drinks?
Yeah, with my friend.
Oh, no, I'm messing with you. I'm going to get paid till next week.
Hello. She said 2 drinks, bro. Come on.
Car. My daughter has to get in. He won't move his car. My daughter has to get in. Move it. You parked it too fucking close.
You
heard me. When you open that door,
Does she do this a lot?
Car.
Is she okay?
No, she's fine. The car is parked too close to her car.
Do you see your tire? Let's get serious. Let's get serious. You see the line that separates these? Now come over here. Come over here. Come on. This is just for fun. This is just for fun. No, come here. Look. Just for fun. Look. And then look at this.
Look, your tire is right on that white line.
You need to stay within the lines.
So do you. So do you.
But look, I'm perfectly between the lines. Look, oh, I'm actually hugging this side a little too much.
Rather $100 or to go on a date with me? No? Excuse me, would you rather $100 or a date with me? No?
No, that shoe goes 2 ways.
So
it definitely goes 2 ways.
Your baby daddy don't like you. What makes you qualify for an upgrade? Why do y'all standards get better when your circumstances get worse?
Just because you dealt with a man that didn't do right by you don't mean you don't deserve what you supposed to have.
You deserve a better one.
What you mean? Why? What? So you telling me that because I already have children that I don't deserve a good man?
Yes.
That don't make no sense at all.
That don't make sense.
That don't make no sense at all.
All right, so listen.
That's crazy. But I'm so glad that the world don't work the way he thinks it should, because we have a lot of people that'll be just assed out.
Now, do you mean? No, hold on one second. I got a question.
Let me give her a solution.
I got a question. Do you think that she don't deserve a good man, period, or do you want her not to have a date at all until the kids are 18?
No, I want her to go back with her baby daddy.
But he a piece of.
I would never.
Listen, okay. So
and I would never.
The guy that you open up your legs to is your husband.
Bear. What are you doing?
I'm trying to help you.
No, it's okay.
You're eating. You are eating.
Relax. No. You relax, baby. I do. No. Stop. Go. Your daughter. Go. Take time, your daughter. Okay.
And this is the type of woman that a lot of men are looking for. A woman that will say, no, this is my job. Let me do it. That's what y'all want a man to do. If a man sees y'all trying to take out the trash, no, let me do it. Sees you trying to pump gas. No, let me do it. Sees you trying to pay a bill. No, I insist. Here's $5,000. Go get you and your friends something to eat, knowing good and well that nothing around here that's reasonable is going to cost you $5,000. Even for you and your friends. Period. If I were to give you that money, you'd be out here taking out women that you don't even like. Y'all are not responsible at all. Y'all don't give men this level of treatment at all. And then y'all say y'all are not going to. I don't, and I won't. And you're expecting a man to want to be involved with you.
The reason why we're even able to sit right here is because I had to take accountability for something. I had to apologize to Quan. He had to accept my apology, and that's why we're even sitting here.
Why do you want to be on the show?
So you can f my life up.
Ooh, shit. Take your ass out there. Next round. Next goddamn round. You see you later.
See ya.
That was a great ass answer.
I went on a first date, and when I opened the door, my man was at my front door, and I was like, "Oh, like right." And then he pulled the flowers out, and I was like, "Wow, this is different, right?" So I'm not even paying attention. I brush past this trying to walk down the steps and get to the door, right? Because I'm not paying attention. I'm just so not used to it, and it just hasn't I just didn't have a lot of practice. He opened my car door. I get inside. He closed the door. I immediately went to my group chat. It's weird.
Did you say he opened your car door?
High five.
No. Now let me explain, right? Let me explain. By the time we got to the restaurant, my follow-up text was, y'all, that's my bad. I ain't shit. I just realized I ain't shit. And all that stuff we be talking about, we don't really want it. And I felt like he technically did everything that we be saying we be wanting. In my mind, instinctively, my first thought was he corny. But he really did everything that we want. But it's so unheard of that instead of me appreciating it, it's weird.
Girls at the bars anymore.
I do.
I don't expect guys to come up to me, but I know the caliber of my friends, and I know what those look like, and they are some stunning. If guys aren't going up to them, guys aren't going up to fucking anyone. So I think if you're going up to girls at the bar in the first place, whether you say hi, whether you say, can I buy you a drink, whether you use Nick's line, which is a great line, by the way.
Thank you.
I think you have a million times better of a shot.
Yeah. I mean,
you really don't have all that much competition because guys aren't going up to girls. It's not like 15 guys are going up to a girl in a night to tell her how pretty she is. She probably gets one a night.
A stunning nightmare. Sitting up here talking about, I know the caliber of women that I hang out with. No, you don't. No, you don't. Not at all. Y'all act like these women can do no wrong until they start doing wrong. Actually, you've seen them do wrong. But you choose, because they've given you a sob story, to believe that it was okay in that situation to do it. And they continue doing it. It'd be one thing if they did it just once, but they continue to do it over and over again. But they're still great women. Great people. Fantastic. Ain't nothing wrong with them. No. Not approaching that.
Oh, thank you.
Do you think I could get a ride?
Yeah, we all can. Okay, all right. Okay, yes, sure. Police are going on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, police. They're coming, yes. They're coming, steady.